What's going on, guys? Bio here, back with some Bleach Online. So let's get into this. Today we got the new events, and yeah, we're actually gonna get into this. Actually, we got the events yesterday, but kind of didn't record them, so we're actually gonna be doing it after the reset. But yeah, we got one of the new events. Actually, it's probably sort of like the other events, just a little bit different. But basically, it's all gonna be top-up stuff. We do have these slot machines, which does give us a chance to actually get one of the items depending on what level you are, because the one I'm currently at, I need 150 points, and to actually get that you do have to get pretty lucky. But here it is right here. You do have to pull off some 20 points, and we got 10 points there. We're looking for the 20. So okay, we got it on the first one, and then we got 10 on the first one, and then we got 20 on the next one. Currently at 60. We got 3 days left. I might be able to pull off one of the 150s. I gotta get real lucky. Either I'm gonna get really close, or we're not gonna get it at all. We do have the discount frenzy. You can actually go check that out if you got some gold, but basically the same thing. This event kind of confused me a little bit. You can buy it at the bottom, which is gonna be the cost. I'm not too sure what these are for though. I think if you buy the 4K one, you get everything else as well. I think that's how that works, because there's 3 boxes right there. So yeah, I'm guessing if you purchase that, you'll be able to get the other 3 boxes, which aren't really that great. We do have a character here. Actually, we have multiple characters. I don't know why they chose to show that one. I guess because it's newer. But you gotta buy these boxes, and then for each of the boxes you do get 1 fragment. You need 60 purchases of boxes to actually obtain the character, which is pretty expensive considering the lowest amount is 500. There are different prices for each of the characters. You can see the first page doesn't have all 60s, and the next page has one at 120, 80, and then so on and so forth. But yeah, pretty expensive. If you are going to be topping up, you do have top up gifts as well, so I guess that's nice. But yeah, I don't know, that event is kind of weird because you do have the top up stuff, you do have the purchasing of boxes if you're going to be trying to go for the fragments. So I'm not too sure if it's actually worth it. It doesn't really look worth it considering the amount you have to spend. I didn't actually add up how many of the boxes you would have to buy, but considering the event's only going for a certain amount of time, probably gonna have to buy more than the 500 boxes to actually obtain a character, because they do cost 60 and you're only getting 3 a day. So you're probably gonna have to buy upwards of the 1,000 boxes, or 2,000, maybe even higher. But yeah, that is a lot to top up. I did get another one purple there, but it's a purple I can't even use, just for the fact that every time I get a purple, it's the same one as you guys just seen. So can't really use that one. All my characters already have it. I already have like 3 or 4 extra ones as well, so that kind of sucks. Other than that, we don't really have anything. I am going to be doing some stones in this event, because last event I got a ton of stones from the secondary attack. We got a ton of level 4s, 5s, 6. I got a few of those. I think level 7 I only got 1. I might have gotten 2. I think I might have got 1 though, because I know I got 1 on the last day, which was not yesterday but the day before. I did buy the level 7 one, but I don't know if I bought another one. That might have been on the other account, I'm not too sure. But yeah, the secondary attack did help us out a lot with stones, so we're probably going to be doing that at the end of the video, considering I do have to change out Yamamoto's stones from strength to, or no, yeah, from wisdom to strength. So we're going to be doing that. You can actually watch till the end if you want to. I'm probably going to end off before I actually get to that, because doing stones takes, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes, so it's probably going to be a little bit of a longer video. But we should be able to get the stones done. I think I have enough. I know I have at least 4 or 5 different strength ones, so we should be pretty good with that. They're not the best, or they're not really that high. I would like to have level 8s, but we'll work towards that as we continue on, so we'll see what happens there. I am still trying to get Yamamoto up to 110. I do currently have a 100. I don't know, I have quite a few of the EXP books. I think I have less than 100. I don't know, I have some experience books that I could actually give to Yamamoto, so I'm hoping to actually get at least a level, if not a level, very close to a level, so that way I can get a lot closer to that 110. I could actually go and spend quite a bit of silver. I know last time I was supposed to spend some silver, but I got caught up in the Sakura attack, so I didn't actually go and do that. Currently at 60 million, so I'm probably going to drop maybe 20 or 30. I am going to be getting back more silver, so I might end up dropping more than that, but at some point I will go do that, so that way I can get up Yamamoto up to 110, so I can actually reincarnate him, 1, and 2, we could actually use the set that I have for an assaulter, so we're going to be working on that. Although the 110 set isn't fully done, considering I can't do all of the infusing on it, and I think I already exported it. Just basically in the infusing, I'm not going to be able to get him up to level 20. I'm probably not even going to be able to get him up to level 5, but I have to get up to 115, I believe it was, before I unlocked the next one. So yeah, that really sucks, but I at least will have a level 110 set. It is going to be a little bit stronger, I believe, based off of the stats, and I think currently I have I have a level 90 set, I believe, on Yamamoto. So yeah, that is a big jump, so it should help us out with BP. Currently at 1.3 million. Hopefully we'll actually be able to get that up closer to 1.4. I doubt we'll get that high, but we'll see how much the stones actually give us. They're probably not even going to give us, I don't know, 20, 30,000, probably way less than that, honestly. I don't know how much stones I have. You can kind of see a little bit. I haven't actually made them all up to level like 6 or 7 or 8 or anything like that, because I want to see what stones I have on first, and then depending on what stones I have on, because I'm going to check each and every character to make sure they're at least level 6, and if I do have enough stones for that, I will put on higher level stones, and then I'll go from there. If there's still more left over, I'll level them up to level 7, then level 8, and so on, unless the character really needs a certain stat like strength, like agility, crit, I don't know, depending on what they need, I will put the stone on for that. We did get quite a few different stones for those. As you can see, I do have a ton of level 6s. I have 9 of them, so that should help us out there. I did get some more strength. We got a crit one, which I do need as well, considering all my characters could actually use crit. I am using Neliel, so she uses crit a lot. I believe I have all of hers leveled. Yamamoto, of course, can use crit. Our Vanguard can actually use crit as well. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I would rather have block and stuff like that on, unless you have stones to actually add more slots, or unless you want to drop one of the stats like block or whichever one you want to drop and throw on crit. Really up to you, honestly. Unless you have 90% on, say, counter, then you could actually have enough room for maybe some extra crits or something like that. But it all depends on what stones you have, what you're actually going for, and what characters you actually want to level. So that's what we're basically going to be doing. Those are our stats for our current character. We're probably going to get a little bit of stats here. So I have 95 books, and that got us up to 102. So basically 8 more levels. To actually get those 8 levels, I might actually spend about 40, maybe even 50 million, and that should get us at least a couple more levels, I hope. Maybe 105 if I actually get all those done for the next video, and get us a lot closer to 110. I am going to be spending Vite on other stuff now. I do have to get the Evo up on our characters, so I might go do that, or I could actually spend the Vite and actually just get experience, so that way it could help us level up. So it depends on what I actually want to do. I could save it as well, which I'm not going to do because I want to do other stuff. But let's actually start leveling up the almost said jades. The stones, as you can see here, we do have some at level 4, or I was looking at the 4. We do have some at level 6 and level 7. I was making sure I have enough for 6 of them, so my bad there if I kind of stop, but we do need 6 different strength jades. I keep wanting to call them jade stones to actually put on Yamamoto. The wisdom, I don't really know what we have to do with those. I mean, I know what characters need them, but considering we're going to be taking off 6 off of Yamamoto, I don't know if I should save those 6 just in case I ever go back to a 2-2-1 formation. But if I ever do that, all I have to do is save up jades again, so I don't think I have to really try to do that. I could just consume the wisdom into probably my main or the other support, so I don't know, we'll see how that works out. As you can see, most of them I do get up to level 6 or level 7. Some of them are a little bit lower than that, just depending on what jades I actually have at the current time. I am going to be putting all of these on somebody. I do have a ton of HP. I know I should probably put that all on my Vanguard, but I do want my other characters to have some HP, considering a lot of people like to attack our assaulters and they also like to attack our supports. So we are going to level up some of these. I'm going to go take off the jades off of the other character, considering I do have on a random piece of equipment for our weapon that is not going to be the weapon we're actually going to keep. Of course, I'm going to keep it on now, but if you actually go over here, we don't have a weapon besides that one, so that's why I'm using that one. It's just a placeholder for the stones basically, and just for a little bit more BP. I'm not going to be leveling it up, I'm not going to be doing anything with it, but when I actually hit level 110, we will put the actual items on, and we'll switch over everything and stuff like that. But yeah, let's actually put this on. I believe we need strength, agility, HP, of course, hit, crit we could also use as well, so I'm going to put that on. The last one, I kind of want to go with that because I was trying to build a Fury set. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Fury, but we're starting to get close. So once I finish off that, because Fury is actually a little bit harder to obtain because you only get it from certain events unless you're going to actually be spending a lot, so I do try to collect it when I can. But I could actually take that off, put on the counter. I mean, you could just put on whatever you need. As you can see by what it actually recommends, it recommends strength, crit, and hit. So of course you're gonna have strength on. That's a given. Crit, of course you're gonna have crit. And then hit, yeah, you're gonna have hit. So, but yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys later.